SwingNation, people grooving together.
Welcome to SwingNation 81 for February 2017. This is Spuds.
I'm Zucker Punch. A month ago, Boston teacher and dancer Ruth Evelyn posted on Facebook for the first time about having been sexually assaulted by Max Pitruzella at Lindy Focus in 2014. In the US, her post was largely met with support and belief. At least 2 other dancers have since shared their experiences of having been assaulted by Max that same year at Focus.
Right. Many organizers have dropped Max from their teaching lineup, and the shoe label Savoy Max Angelo announced it will be rebranding to drop the association with Max in support of women who have been assaulted by him.
It's been approximately 2 years since we learned that Stephen Mitchell raped a bunch of women in our community, and we still have a lot of work to do. There are tons of resources out there for promoting safer dance scene. There'll be links in the comments, and a lot of conversations going on with bloggers, organizers, and instructors about more we can do. Please educate yourselves. It's important, and the information's out there.
Some of the highlights of the things that you can do is, number 1, believe people who say they've been assaulted. False accusations are exceedingly rare. When someone makes themselves vulnerable by telling you that they've been assaulted, it's because they have been.
Have a code of conduct at everything you organize. Enforce it. If you teach or volunteer or DJ, demand that events you work for have a code of conduct.
That's right. Treat women as if they have just as much humanity as men. I mean, it's 2017. This shouldn't still be a problem.
Amen.
Pay them the same amount as men. Value their words as much as men's words.
Be willing to do the uncomfortable thing of possibly putting your foot in the mouth. If something seems wrong at a dance or a party or a hotel event, ask if everything is okay.
Hire people who will treat women as equals. They're models for your students. Choose people who model respectful behavior.
Damn straight. One of the reasons I think that we as a community struggle to enforce codes of conduct or don't want to kick people out of the scene is that it feels really final, and we're reluctant to take that step until we have many incontrovertible accounts of how they've hurt people. And I think it's too late when someone has assaulted 3, 4, or 5 people at least. We need to act sooner. So how do we feel more comfortable acting sooner? I think if there are ways that people who have contributed to rape culture can be rehabilitated or readmitted to the scene, we do a much better job of calling people out on their behavior in the first place. We already have models of this in our scene, people who realize that their role in perpetuating rape culture and are willing to undo the damage that they've done. And I don't think we need to roll out the red carpet for serial rapists. I'm perfectly happy to have them gone for the scene permanently. But for those who stood idly by or encouraged sexist behavior before realizing what they were doing, we need to have steps people can take to reform. So I suggest the following steps, but there are other awesome people out there, like Brandy Farabee, who have ideas on this. And if you've contributed to rape culture by silencing women, objectifying them, minimizing their experiences, or gaslighting them, I suggest you do some of the following things. Educate yourself about what rape culture is. Look it up. There's tons of resources online. Once you have a better understanding, help give that rape culture 101 education to those who are as clueless as you were. It's really annoying for those of us who have known about this stuff for decades to have the same 101 conversations, so it's a really great thing for you to help with.
Yeah.
Believe women, amplify their voices and experiences with their consent, and make sure you give them credit when you share things. Identify your behaviors that contribute to the problem. Make changes in your life to stop those behaviors. And make amends. With the consent of those you've hurt, figure out a way that you can make up for the damage you've done, whether by explicit action or by being complicit or standing by. Using these tools, and probably others, we can welcome people back into the scene who were previously unaware of the ways in which they've contributed to rape culture in the past. If you've taken advantage of a position of power to get what you want, if you've told women they were crazy for feeling violated, if you valued men's opinions above women's, you've contributed to rape culture. So have I. The best thing we can do is check our own behaviors and make the scene better than we found it. And don't assault people.
Yeah, this is a pretty tricky issue right now. I mean, I think we're at a point where we are not taking it anymore. There are a lot of people coming out. There was one woman who came out about something that didn't even happen with a teacher or whatever. It was just an uncomfortable situation. So the community right now, the swing dance community, is really in a place where we're not having any of it. And I think that's really good. And people get the idea that if I come here and I start misbehaving, I'm going to get called out. And I really like the idea that, we can start to teach people, to recognize the behavior and help themselves.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to know that we are all participating in a system that we were born into, and that doesn't make you a bad person for having like hurt someone in some way. If you're a serial rapist, like this does not apply to you, go screw yourself. But if you're not and you're like, oh crap, I did something that might hurt someone, that doesn't make you a bad person, that makes you someone who has hurt someone. The way that you become a good person is by doing what you can to fix it. And I think we're all in that position where we need to like do a gut check, figure out what about ourselves needs to change so that we can be a better participant in the scene.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We want to continue having this conversation. There's some resources that we have online. Like Nicole mentioned, we're going to put some stuff in the description. We also have a couple of conversations that we had before when things like this started happening with groups of teachers and groups of dancers. Check that out on the Yehoodi channel. And I don't know, subscribe and stick around for more.
Don't make me have this conversation with you again.
Oh,
I've had it.
I've had it too. I think we've all pretty much had it. Yeah, so thanks for watching.